This is us, GRE, Gold Rush Expeditions, kind of nondescript, and we burrowed ourselves down away in the basement, as it were. It's Jessica and Heather. This is where all the web magic happens. Good morning, Dan. How are you? Anything that you end up seeing up on the website, Dan the man is responsible. You can see he's making maps, doing what needs to be done. As we go around, you'll see there's all sorts of random stuff related to mines. Old 1900 stuff, maps of where claims were. Right up above you is an old bank sign. I paid way too much at an auction for it, so it's gonna be up. This is our little world. This is Jessica and I. Over here is all the old documentation I've been able to find. Somewhat organized, Arizona, Colorado, Idaho, rare and expensive stuff because I don't want it to vanish, with the exception of the random transformers. These magazines up here are kind of a little point of pride. I was in a mine out in Silver Islands, 1903. I don't know whether the company went out of business. I haven't been able to find anything on Rocky Mountain Magazine. Those are cool enough that I want to get them framed. And if you look up here, this is all various things that we've rescued or saved from some mine or another. They all have a little story and they're all documented where they all came from. Good stuff.
Name's Kyle Renwick. Known Corey for a while. Went into a really big mine in Utah and just spent all day seeing nothing but new territory, and it just gets you hooked. I saw cobbled footprints, and what a cobbled footprint is actually when back in the old days for tread, miners would hammer in nails into the bottom of their leather shoes. The earliest date we saw was 1919. So you're like almost 100-year footprints in front of you.
He'll listen to the good advice, but he'll pepper his response with a lot of insults. And so Kyle, you always have to be on your guard with Kyle.
Ladies to the left, men to the right. I talk a lot of shit. I don't know, just sort of my way.
Kyle can kind of be a dick sometimes.
Kyle willing to climb up and down any rope or shimmy up a stope to get up to the top of a little hidden spot of a mine.
Kyle's a different person.
You can find a reason to go just about anywhere and just see something you never even knew was there. And you're gonna get dirty. I mean, I'm sure there's people out there that don't like getting dirty, and that's just fine. More room for me.
My name's Jeff Call. I got into this about 5-6 years ago. It runs in my blood. My grandfather was a miner. I found a group, I got started, got into some heavy duty exploring, and been doing it ever since. It's a pain in the ass keeping up with these young guys.
Jeff is kind of our silver fox, and he's a lot of fun.
Okay, dog dick, I'll be down drinking a beer.
I knew you would, you lazy bastard.
I think he likes getting out with us young guys. He's got nothing better to do, just retirement.
Jeff and I get along really well. Jeff is kind of a sergeant type person in that he's no nonsense.
These guys are, we're all part of a big family, and we trust each other with our lives. Everything about this is an amazing adventure. You never ever know what you're going to find. You never know what territory you're going to be in, what the geology will be like. You never know what era of history that you're going to walk into. And I will do this as absolutely as long as I can.
My name's Jeremiah Chesley. That's the full name. Everyone calls me Maya, though. My dad brought me up to this portal, and it was just this black hole of death, and it's just reeking this cold, humid air, and we grab a flashlight and we go in there and take a look. And I was hooked then. It just set me off for the rest of my life.
Jeremiah is a problem solver. He can make anything.
If we can't figure it out, Maya's usually the one that comes up with the answer.
We refer to Maya as MacGyver. He's the kind of guy that can fix just about anything.
Oh, they've given me that moniker, I guess, because I fix everything and I tinker. And
super creative. He's like manly Martha Stewart.
I built what's called a trammer. A trammer is basically a giant battery and a motor that's on an ore car base. It's what pushes ore cars around underground. Everyone likes to ride it and ring the bell. And what we do is pretty technical. We need to get something that weighs X number of pounds up a shaft X number of feet deep, and we need to do it without destroying things. When it comes down to it, I might just be scratching the numbers on the back of a pad and saying, let's go for it, but I do put a little bit of heart and effort into it.
My name's Kurt Williams. I've been playing around in mines, exploring old ghost towns throughout the West for about 20 years now. I've had the chance in the last few years to explore mines and ghost towns on about 4 different continents so far, working my way to all 7 of them when I can get there. I'm not as experienced on rope as some of the guys, but I kind of dabble in all, but my specialty is driving, off-road driving, getting us to the site, getting the vehicles to the site.
Kurt is quite the adventurer.
Kurt is definitely a leader, and he's definitely got his ideas on what we need to do, and often he's got a little bit more worldly perspective than we do.
Sometimes it's good to have someone that slows things down a little bit and thinks it through, but you know, I like just to get in, get dirty, and get it done.
I was just a customer buying 4x4 products from him, and then you just keep running into the same people.
You know, as we head out to all these different mine sites, you never know what conditions you're gonna endure. We could be in mud today, we could be in a dry, sandy desert tomorrow. You know, next week we could be busting snowbanks getting up to an old site. So having a vehicle prepared, having us prepared with gear to get to those different locations is very important. Weather can change instantly, and our location can change instantly too. We can go from a hot California day to a cold Utah winter overnight, and we've got to be prepared for it.
Name's Kent Sorensen. Got involved with this group by knowing Corey, and I found out very quickly that the main reason why he off-roads was to go to old abandoned mines. I like the idea of seeing history. It's kind of like going in a time machine, really. The Wolf. I got labeled the Wolf. You know, they call Mr. Wolf. He comes in and handles it, and you don't have to worry.
Kent is the go-to person. He's always there to pick up the pieces.
Logistics, Kent can make decisions to get us where we need to be.
Kent has a lot of knowledge about fixing 4x4s. He really is the guy that knows how to make sure that we get from point A to point B.
I probably deal better with the cold. They tease me about being the ginger and having no soul. I burn. I always say I'm allergic to the sun.
My name's Troy Emery. I have actually been involved with underground exploration since 1998. I'm in the Army Reserve. I'm an intelligence officer. I'm also a relationship manager for a software company.
Oh, Troy from corporate America. We just love it because every time he talks to us, we're not sure if it's a PowerPoint presentation or if he's being completely honest and genuine.
Troy's a smart guy. Troy's a great thinker. He's a problem solver as well. He adds a level-headed approach to everything and kind of helps keep us thinking straight inside the mine.
Troy is an exceptional person, and we couldn't do this without him.
I think that our group of individuals would be able to certainly make a case for saying that we're modern-day explorers. I'm kind of the more sentimental person of the group. I'm into the history of it. I'm into the vast stretches of open space, and I like to call it exercise of the soul, being out and being free of corporate America for a little while.
My name is Tyler Miller. I've been with these guys for about a year. I just like seeing old, abandoned stuff. Stuff that people used every day. It's hard. These guys have known each other for a long time. Usually the jokes come at my expense.
We got the rookie Tyler. Tyler's great to have out. He's always good for a laugh, sometimes at his expense, sometimes not.
Everything that I've seen about him I like so far. He surprises me. He's a lot more witty than I ever would have guessed.
Tyler, the rookie. I've known him for about a year now. Definitely a different sense of humor. And to be honest, he's growing on me a little bit.
He might just make it on his comedic value alone. That guy says some things that I just can't believe.
He and MIAH have a special relationship, something that maybe the others don't know about behind closed doors. I don't know if that's going on or what have you, but it seems like MIAH enjoys it. He takes a lot from KIEL, and I think that KIEL receives a lot from MIAH as well.
All right, fuck that.